Welcome to the worst of the best podcast. You wanted the best. Well, they didn't freaking make it! So here's what you get. From Canada, Ryan and Ruban.
Recording on here.
All right, I'm recording on here, and that's about to record.
So what I was trying to say is try not to shake these.
Yeah.
It's not so much a big deal, but if you can, just put your hands down. It doesn't shake this. YouTube will actually
Stabilize it?
Yeah, but okay, ready?
I'm ready. Welcome to episode 2 of the worst of the best. It's summertime. Everybody's using their condiments. If you want to have some safe barbecuing, you gotta use your condiments. Ryan, what are the top 4 condiments in order?
Okay, so you're asking me what are the top 4 selling condiments out there?
Yes.
Now I don't know. I never Googled this. This
Yeah.
is to be clear.
I told Ryan to come in blind.
So I'm not very good at using my condiments in the dark. Let's see here.
It can be tricky, like with the foil.
Yeah. So
If it's a new bottle.
let's see. Top 4 selling. Are we saying ketchup? Are we saying like ketchup, mustard? Are we saying like what?
Those are condiments.
Oh, I see. Okay. Top selling condiments.
Holy cow.
Well, I thought maybe like the top selling ketchup, top selling mustard.
Well, first we're gonna start with the type of condiments.
Okay, so we got ketchup. Number 1 selling thing is ketchup.
Go on.
Mustard,
Go on.
mayo,
Go on.
relish.
All right. So I found this kind of interesting. I thought
Okay.
ketchup was gonna be the first as well. It's
Wow.
mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is the number 1 selling ketchup.
Wow.
Hellmann's. In fact, who knew eggs and oil could do so well?
Hellmann's?
Hellmann's mayo is the number 1 selling condiment.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
You gotta think about it, 'cause it's in every sandwich. And then I've been to people's place for supper, and they put mayonnaise in the vegetables. They just mix it in.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I just didn't realize. I didn't even know what Hellmann's was a brand name until we did this. Until you told me to bring Hellmann's over from my house to my fridge. I always thought Miracle Whip was mayonnaise. That's a brand.
It's a type of mayo.
Okay, I just didn't realize that Hellmann's was. Oh wow, there you go.
Yeah, Hellmann's. Now here's a little quick jog down memory lane.
Okay.
Years ago, a story unto itself. Ryan and I found ourselves in the middle of America at someone's place to eat.
Okay.
And they said, would you like some salad? And we said, sure, being good guests. And, but on the salad was just Jell-O. It was, and there's vegetables in it. Do you remember this, Ryan?
Yeah, okay, so, yeah.
And so, okay, it's Jell-O salad. And then they said, you want some topping? I'm like, yeah, sure, pile it on. It was a big bowl of what I thought was whipped cream. Mm-hmm. It was mayonnaise on top of the Jell-O. And so if you're in America, middle America, you're like, yeah, absolutely. For here, this is like, what on earth are you doing?
Yeah, you don't put mayonnaise with Jell-O.
So I got a scoop thinking it's this whipped cream in my mouth. I'm like, it's mayonnaise. I just have a big mouthful of mayonnaise.
So you stuck with it.
I stuck with it. I powered through.
Good for you. Yeah, I'd recommend.
So there's an example where people use mayonnaise more things that we would not think of.
Yeah. So mayo is the number 1 selling condiment. Okay.
Okay. So number 2 for mayonnaise. Speaking of mayo, number 2 for sales is Best Food mayonnaise. We're Canadian. I didn't find it in the supermarket.
Okay.
So I just got a Canadian thing.
Okay.
Kraft Miracle Whip.
Okay.
Which is not we have it here in Canada as well. And then just Kraft mayonnaise. Okay. So number 2 condiment is ketchup.
Okay.
So you were close, right? Sorry, you're wrong. Number 2 isn't ketchup. This is where I was wrong in guessing as well.
Yeah, I would just guess ketchup.
Salsa.
Salsa sells more than ketchup?
Salsa sells more than ketchup.
Okay.
In America.
Fair enough. I guess, yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't realize there was that many Mexicans in the States. I guess Trump was right. You gotta build that wall.
Are you kidding? I love salsa.
I know, I'm just kidding too.
Well, remember that Seinfeld episode?
Salsa. Which we will not put the audio into this podcast because there is no editing.
We do no editing.
We're doing absolutely no editing.
Yeah. All right. Number 3 is ketchup.
Okay, so number 3 is ketchup.
Number 4 is mustard.
I'm really surprised, but I'm really surprised with the salsa. Actually, Rup. I'm actually legitimately surprised by that.
So there's the numbers to back it up. So for the number 1 selling salsa is Tostitos salsa.
Okay.
They typically do over 286 million a year, where Heinz does typically 278 million.
Dollars?
Yes, dollars.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like teaspoons of.
Sure. Yeah,
I guess I thought it might be a little bit more. I don't know why. That's not a low number, but
perhaps the volume might be higher for ketchup, but the dollar cents. Because I'd imagine a bottle of ketchup is cheaper.
Okay, fair enough.
Or has more volume than we may never know. But all right, so salsa, we have Tostitos, Pace, Chichis, and Herdez. The last 2 I cannot find in our Canadian supermarket.
Okay.
All right. For ketchup, Heinz. Any guess for number 2?
Oh no.
Hunt's. If they sell it here, it wasn't in our real Canadian superstore.
Okay.
Number 3 is store brand. Number 4 is Del Monte.
Okay. Del Monte ketchup?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I switched that because we don't have Del Monte ketchup here with French's, because we have French's ketchup, which is kind of new to Canada.
Oh, really?
All right. So, and then we have here's a little trivia for you.
Please.
This is the bottom things that people put ketchup on. So if you have like the top, number 1 thing they put ketchup on?
Fries.
Okay. So that's the top.
Sure.
So out of a survey, here's the bottom.
Okay.
All right.
So the worst of the best things to put ketchup on.
Yes. So starting at the worst, about 1% of the population apparently puts ketchup on their ice cream.
So let me get this straight. We get Miracle Whip goes on Jell-O. Ketchup goes on ice cream.
Crazy.
That is disgusting.
2% of people put ketchup on pancakes.
That is disgusting.
3% put on Chinese food.
Understandable. I mean, I can get behind it a little bit. At least it's a hot food. I mean,
I could see there might be a dish or two that you might want a little.
It's a dinner item, right?
Sure.
Before you get to the number 4, there's a guy I used to sail with.
Ryan's a sailor.
Yes, I'm in the Navy. I'm a sailor. Mm-hmm. There's a guy that I used to sail with. You know, we have where we all go eat, and we could see basically once you're at sea with somebody.
Is it called the mess?
It's called the mess. That's right. And you see everyone every day eating, and you start to notice people's habits as you do. This guy would put ketchup on everything, every meal. And I didn't see him put on ice cream, but he did put ketchup on everything all the time. Everything, Ruben. Every meal, every vegetable item, everything. So anyways, so some people do that with ketchup, but I just never heard it on pancakes or ice cream.
I can see how pancakes could happen. Like
I can see the mixing by accident.
Mix it by accident. Like, I kind of like this. It's kind of like if the syrup gets on your eggs. You're not bothered.
The only kind of pancake I could see it happening with is like a whole wheat pancake, like a dry whole wheat pancake that was next to a sausage. And I don't know. Anyways.
All right. So moving on, after 5% on nachos.
Yeah.
Pasta. Yeah, well, there's the Doritos ketchup chips. I don't know if they have them in the States, but sometimes they'll have it here. They'll have Doritos ketchup chips.
Okay.
Pasta. Yeah. I always do that. I'm part of the 8%. My wife will make a beautiful pasta dish, and I'm like, sorry, I'm putting ketchup on.
Well, if you're including Kraft macaroni and cheese...
Well, that's included.
I guess it's a pasta.
Yeah.
I do that. So, yeah, I'm part of the... more of the Kraft dinner type stuff, but yeah.
I think this might irritate our brother Jason. Steak or pot roast?
And so our brother Jason makes incredible steaks on his barbecue, and he gets livid if you put ketchup with it, or any kind of steak sauce, I think.
Yeah, just enjoy.
Just enjoy the meat, man. Just enjoy it. It's like saying,
"Love you, Jay."
I know, I love you, Jason, too, but it's like just enjoy that cereal. Don't have any milk with it. Like something.
That's what your son does.
Yeah, it's true. I have a son that doesn't like milk.
And this one's weird. 13% put on pizza.
No. I don't.
Like I get the tomato sauce. It's not a real stretch, but ketchup.
Yeah, just don't dip your pizza in ketchup, okay?
If you're using ketchup on your pizza, you're ordering from the wrong place. Potato chips.
Still, I don't.
There's the ketchup flavored potato chips.
There's a ketchup flavored potato chip.
I don't know how popular that is in the States. I think they have.
I think they have it now. I think they've introduced it there.
I remember as like kids or cousins would be like, "Ew, ketchup looks like blood." You use ketchup on your fries?
That's right.
All right.
It's weird.
In this one, 37%. I remember you're the one that introduced me to this.
Oh.
And our dad said that's gross.
Okay.
Scrambled eggs or eggs.
That's very. I'm surprised the number's that low. Ketchup and eggs
Yeah.
go hand in hand, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And then at the bottom, 42% on fried chicken.
See. So far, I've only done it with eggs and a Kraft dinner. All right, interesting.
All right. So that's kind of it for ketchup. Now,
My number one use of ketchup outside of fries at home, grilled cheese sandwiches.
I love grilled cheese sandwiches. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm surprised it's not in there. Grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh, that's weird.
So mustard. Number one selling mustard is
French.
yeah. Number 2, store brand.
Like a no-name brand?
Yeah, just whatever the store.
Okay.
Yeah. And number 3 is Heinz mustard.
Heinz mustard, number 3.
I wonder how they feel about that.
Well, they've got the market on ketchup.
They're the first people to commercially produce on a large scale ketchup. Just a little tidbit of information for you. Hey, do you know the difference between catsup and ketchup?
What is the difference?
The spelling. All right.
It's like when they have the Muzak.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
elevator Muzak.
I know.
Why do they just spell it that way? Isn't it just music? Yeah.
So if you were to go brand by brand by brand, like of whatever, the top 20 condiments that are sold doesn't even include relish. You have hot sauce in there before relish is even mentioned.
So I said relish was in the top 5. Is that in the top 20? Or 10?
Well,
top 10 you say?
It would be in the top 5 of type of condiments, but if you were to go by the brands, there'd be like 5 different mayos and
relish just doesn't move, eh?
no,
Doesn't move off the shelves.
it's number 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's ahead of it?
Just hot sauce, I think. Yeah. So, anyways, for me, relish is an honorable mention. So what we have here is my wife put salsa, ketchup, mayo, mustard, all in little Dixie cups. Ryan and I both have toothpicks and wieners, and we're gonna put a toothpick in our wiener and dip it in some sauce here. or wieners, I mean to say. Sorry, Ryan. So.
Oh, okay. So
I'm gonna go for mayo.
Okay, we should probably. Why don't we hold the cup up? So
Sure.
Which one should we do?
Sure. We'll. This is a cup D.
So we don't know.
It's a D cup.
It's a D cup. We don't know which brand is in each cup.
No.
Tell us how we don't know that.
My wife did it.
So
I did say that. You just wrote this thing.
My
And we have an
apologies.
envelope. We'll find out afterwards.
That was
All right.
sealed in a mayonnaise jar on Uncle So-and-so's porch since
All right.
noon Sunday.
All right. It's okay. Ryan, grab your winner.
Grab him.
Okay. Here we go.
Do I have the same cup? Or are you just...
Yeah, we're not double dipping. So this is a D.
KD.
We're just gonna say which ones are the worst one.
No worse. Okay. Okay.
All right.
I think I know that one. Okay. That's D cup.
This is a C cup.
C cup.
Listening to people eat on a podcast might be wrong.
Well, hey, I gotta deal with it. Okay. What,
To me, that was just bland.
a little bit sweeter. The C cup is a little sweeter, a little bit lighter. Is B cup? Okay. All right.
I think B's right.
All right.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right. So rye,
Yeah. Now A cup.
just a little bit.
Oh.
All right,
Horrible.
A's the worst.
Horrible.
All right. So
A is the worst. Oh, Ruben.
I don't want to eat it.
Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, it's bad.
All right. So for mayo, here's the results. Was the one that you liked the best? The one that was sweet.
I think that was C cup.
That's C cup. Yeah.
C cup was my favorite. Whatever we go with C cup was?
So, A cup was a Spectrum canola.
It was horrible.
It was terrible. B. Do you like B?
I think I like B and C were good.
Well, C was Kraft Miracle Whip.
Okay.
D was the meal that you Hellman's. And B here is a little bit of a twist because I couldn't find the other brand. I used what my guess was is probably one of those popular mayonnaises out there. McDonald's.
Oh.
McDonald's mayonnaise. So there we go.
All right. So the worst of the best-selling mayo is, according to us, the worst.
Spectrum canola.
Hey, we'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Spectrum Canola.
You're the worst.
It was the worst.
Okay, so
Of the best.
oh, here's a. You're yellow.
Yeah, that's mine's the stack cup right there.
Okay, you're red.
My
I'm
apologies.
yellow toothpick. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to catsup or ketchup, depending on how you spell it.
This is A cup or?
This is a. Let's start with A.
Let's start with A. It was a little confusing.
Well, I didn't know what it was until I looked it up. All right.
A cup. This is catsup. Okay.
All right.
I don't think this is a brand that I eat. Not bad.
All right. B cup. Not B for you.
No. B. Okay.
Okay. I can tell by your face, but we'll talk about it after.
Yep. C cup.
Oh.
Why are they all spicy? Are these ketchups?
Well, I didn't have the other one, so I just did a little bit of a plot twist.
Yeah, no kidding. I think D cup is Heinz.
D cup was good.
D? Yeah, so my favorite's D. My least favorite. So, the worst of this best-selling product, the worst, I'm going with B cup.
All right. So that was French's Buffalo.
B?
I meant to buy French's ketchup. I guess I bought Buffalo.
It was terrible. It tasted terrible.
So I know I had sriracha in there, just for fun.
Okay.
Just to throw it off. Okay, so French's Buffalo.
The worst.
You're the worst. Heinz, there's a reason why you're number one.
Yep.
All right. Whoa. Only have one little tip of a wiener there.
That's okay. Let's use. I can taste it without the wiener. Oh, that's fine. I can just.
All right.
So this
All
is
right.
now mustard.
Yeah, this is mustard.
This is just two of them.
Yeah, I couldn't find any of the
right,
mustards in the
that's
store.
That's fine. So A cup, I guess.
A cup.
Well, it's definitely French. I think it's French's mustard. It's good.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh.
B cup.
B cup. Ooh, vinegary.
Comparable. I like both, but
Maybe I'm looking for differences.
the one I would choose that is the least flavorful of the two, I would go with B cup on that one. Not really fair to the mustard. We didn't get
So
the
you
full
preferred
spectrum.
A cup?
I preferred A over the B.
That was store brand.
Oh,
Great value Walmart.
Okay.
So, what was the other ketchup that you brought? The Heinz?
French.
French. So French, you're the worst.
Out of that sample, French. I'm sorry.
Granted, there wasn't 4 there, but
No.
whatever.
All right, Rube.
So now we're going to the number 2 condiment, salsa.
Okay.
All right, let's assume that's the first right there.
Yep.
And if you hate the sound of crunching on your audio, people eating,
Yeah. So A cup salsa. Okay. B cup
B cup.
salsa. Okay. C cup salsa.
You know, I'm most people that don't like fresh salsa.
Lastly, D cup salsa. Okay.
Right, brother? What do you say?
The worst of the top selling salsa is Delta cup. D cup.
Yeah, D is terrible.
D is terrible. What is D cup? Rip open the envelope.
President's Choice, store brand.
Yeah, it was terrible. So once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, President's Choice Salsa.
You're the worst.
You're the worst.
You're
of
the
the
worst.
best-selling salsa out there. Well, Ruben, woo! Need a glass of water now.
Where we got some San Pellegrino.
Well, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out to our Condiment episode. Second
Yes.
episode of the Worst of the Best podcast.
So, as a recap, the worst.
I forget.
You forget already?
Yeah.
Spectrum Canola, Mayo, you're the worst.
You're the worst.
Heinz, French's Mustard, you're the worst.
Yeah.
French's Buffalo, you're the worst. And store brand President's Choice salsa, you are the worst.
But remember, you're the worst.
Of the very best.
And now, that's
right.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
All
Okay.
right.
So just remember, in front of every silver lining, there's a cloud.
All right. Our next episode, we're going to go over the Rocky series
Ooh.
franchise.
Bye.